Got mine, I'm talking Payoneer, Netspin, Venmo, Stash. Too many ways for you to run my cash.
Check reparation, 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 check reparation.
Well, if you talking compensation, it's about that time. You gave everybody
players, you gave everybody theirs. I'm trying to see about mine now. And this story right here is one of the reasons why we need reparations. I just want y'all to get a look and a deep dive into the mind of the white supremacist family, of the Caucasoid, of the dominant society. Okay, it's deeper than y'all think. Y'all ready? Fair use, usages of everything fair for the fiends. And here we go.
Wake up, black people.
Good morning from the Crystal Coast of North Carolina. As we face a rise of anti-intellectualism and revisionist history, I feel like it's time to add to my stories some true stories from my childhood living in the South. I want you to know what you're up against, guys, when you're up against these racists. I grew up in a decent family, church going, the whole 9 yards. But when I was a child sitting around...
So right off the bat, I'm not like what I grew up around. It's not me. I grew up in the church. I love Jesus. So right off the bat, she's not taking accountability. I just want you to know that.
Around the table with my elders at my grandfather's house, it was quite frequent. There would be stories about racist acts, and the one I'm going to tell you today is the worst thing that I ever heard as a child, and what estranged me from my family from an early age.
You're lying. You ain't estranged from your family.
She sound like she was lying, though.
You're not estranged from your family. Them is all your family. That's all you got in this world. By the way, y'all, this story is called The Scalding Pot.
Because of the hideous nature of it. It's called The Scalding Pot.
Oh.
Once, when I was a child, I was arguing something with my grandfather about civil rights, and he just preempted the conversation, and he told a story that he found quite humorous. It was about his neighborhood in northern Forsyth County, North Carolina, near Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and how there was this black man who had done some malfeasance or crossed some sort of line, and all the people in that neighborhood,
AKA just being black, trying to live his life without experiencing anti-black terrorism.
It was the Box Mountain neighborhood. If you know Winston-Salem, you know that.
Also, there's no statute on limitations. I know her grandfather is dead and all, but it would be nice for y'all to find out who that was, so his name can be stained and the family's name can be stained, so we know what their lineage is about. You see what I'm saying?
Real talk.
They were brought together, and there was a big old hog scalding pot. For those of you who aren't Southern, didn't grow up on a farm, a scalding pot is what you put the pork in, the pig, after it's been slaughtered, to scald off the skin and the hair off of the skin so that you can process the meat. It's a pretty grotesque thing. Well, apparently what they did was they took this living black person and they tied him up and they boiled him alive in this pot. And everyone in this little neighborhood, it was a big party. And this was in the early 70s, 1970s, when this story was told to me.
But notice she said party, though. Let's not skip over that.
Right.
Fun, celebration, siesta, good times, memories.
By my grandfather. I was under 10. His point was I shouldn't view black people as human. So when you were fighting this new wave of fascism, this racist crap that is coming mainly from the South, but everywhere. It's in the Pacific Northwest, it's up north, it's all over, it's in Europe. Remember that who you were fighting. You were fighting people who see you as less than human. And when you do not believe someone is human, you don't have any qualms about doing things. Know your enemy. We need to get ready for the fight of humanity's life. The soul of our entire species is on the line. I challenge every white person out there who's ever heard a story like the Scalding Pot to share. Spread the word.
Well.
Mm.
Add that to the list of stories and atrocities that happened to you and our people over the centuries, 400 to be, 400 years to be exact, 4 centuries worth of that. You know what I mean?
Straight
And
up.
she said a couple key things. She said, know your enemy, people. What she's referring to is the fact that most, if not all, white people are under the indoctrination that black people aren't human, not solely based off what they think and how they view things, but off of old scientific, old pseudoscientific
Right.
information. So they used to measure our craniums. They used to do all type of sick stuff to determine and rationalize why we not humans. Do you know they used to call us glorified, high level thinking pets?
Dang. Well, I mean, they think
That's what
they
3/5 of a
say they
human.
came from monkeys, so that ain't no
Yeah, that's the same thing for what was I saying?
high level pets.
High level pets. Yeah. Anyway, that's the same thing as that's where they got the 3/5 of a human, because they consider 3 of us only 3/5 of that. One of us is only 3/5 of a human, so you ain't a real whole human. You lacking 2/5 of a human.
Dang.
So 2 of you is 1.1 humans. So that's how less they think about you. So for her, now I said that to say this. Do you think that they care about poisoning their pets' water or they little stocks
Mm.
water? Do you think they care about poisoning their pets' food, EI fast food restaurants and woo Chinese food restaurants? Hell, Mexican restaurants be some of the fattiest, gaudiest foods ever. Do you think that they don't care about messing with the pet's air or, building the pet's home with shady materials or giving the pet clothes with shady materials or all that, like everything? Like how you like water bottles. They say some water bottles, the chemicals from the bottle go in the water. Like, I just want y'all to think about, man, like everything you encounter, you got to be aware of,
The
especially when it's food.
styrofoam, P, they just said in the to-go containers, P, said it leaks out cancerous whoopties, P. They just dropped that study, P.
So that means when you put something in the microwave or something, and you got the little styrofoam on there or whatever, and you get the little
Yep.
mm.
The Biden administration looking into it. They don't do that in other countries, P. Like they serve us stuff that they don't do in other countries, P.
Oh yeah, I just seen an example of Canadian ketchup. Our ketchup is all processed with everything. Canadians ketchup got tomatoes, onions, paste, and water, like just regular ingredients.
Right.
Our ketchup got zinc gum and formaldehyde, rontiferous, all of that.
Right.
They and then you could tell by how now it costs you to get organic food more than regular food.
Right.
It costs you to get food that ain't messed with.
Right. Eh, eh.
It costs you more to get regular food.
Just to
That
get
ain't
regular food, cuz.
Yeah, just the regular food. Anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about that story, man. I had to share that with my peoples. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being on code. You know I got 4 words with you. It's like for the spike. Subscribe if you're live. Comment what you think about that story. Share it to somebody who need to hear this, who put them people on the pedestal and don't know what they're capable of. Share this to that person.
Straight up.
Share this to that person who, so I don't even date sisters. Okay. Well, share him this video.
Period.
And I got 4 words for you. Love, peace, blessings with the Maloha. I am out the Doha for Shoha. You already know how. With
Your mama does too.
me. Silly.